Ever wondered how to create an online course website? In this tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step how to create a fully functional online course website from scratch. So here's the website we're going to be developing in this tutorial. So this here area is highly customizable. You can add any image here that represents your course. When you scroll further down here, you can see that we have our course here. And this is beautiful because when we click on it, it goes through a sales funnel. And I show you step by step how to create this as well. So you can see here, we have a customized hero area here. And when we scroll down, we also have our features for our course. And over here, we also have our testimonials. Finally, we have our FAQs. Now, when we click on Let's Get Started, and this page is where you can add your first name, last name, and email address, and your customers can purchase your course right here. You can link this up to either Stripe or PayPal. Now, over here, when you take a look at the header area, we notice that these are the only links that we have. This also comes with an all courses page, which was designed to showcase all your courses on your website. This also comes with a blog. And this blog here is well designed. If we take a look at the actual article, now you can see that the blog post is also designed. We have a hint of the image here in the top. And when we scroll down, we also have the comments area. Now notice what happens when I log in. So I'm going to click here on login. Now, as you can see, we are automatically redirected to our main dashboard. This is where our students can find where to go. So we have all courses, we have our my account, we have our blog, downloads, support, and so on. And over here, we also have this area where we can add our promos, but this can be disabled, and I also show you how to disable it. Now, what you haven't noticed here, or maybe you've noticed, is we also have a special dashboard here. So this is where you can directly go to your account. Now, this is only visible to anyone who has an account or who is logged in. So this is our account page. And when I go over here to my courses, I can also view my courses. Now, what is also cool here is now when you come over here to the course landing page, you can see that it is also designed for us. And on the bottom here, we have the course content. Finally, I show you how to automate your online course website so it saves you a lot of time and a lot of support. So over here, I created an automation and I show you step by step how to do this, by the way. So we've created it in such a way that when someone orders the course here, we apply a tag, we send in a welcome email, we enroll them on the course, and wait a few days, and then we can end the funnel. So as you can see, it's highly flexible. It will save you a lot of time creating your website, and it's highly automated. So this is the modern way of creating an online course website. Now, if you're wondering how we managed to get this design from a basic install of Divi right here to this, we actually use a child theme called Course Crafter. I'm giving away this child theme if you purchase LearnDash or Divi using my affiliate link in the video description below. Now, let's get started and let me show you how to create your own online course website. All right, so first things first, the most important thing that you need when you build an online course website is great hosting, because if your hosting is not good, your website is not going to work very well and you will have frustrated students. I mean, I've been there before and I had to move my server from a not so good one to a much, much better one. And the website or the company that I recommend is SiteGround. Now, SiteGround is amazing because it is compatible with Divi and it's well optimized for Divi. It has cloud hosting, which means your website is going to be super fast, and they have great security. Now, if you use the link that I provided in the video description below, you get 76% off. And I also have some bonuses, which means you can also get my Course Crafter theme absolutely free. Just let me know once you've purchased it. Anyway, so what you need to do now is to go to View Plans. So here we are, we have several plans, but the one that I highly recommend is this one right here, the Grow Big, because the advantages here is you can build unlimited websites as compared to just one website on this £2.99 per month. Now over here, you're seeing pounds, but these can be dollars depending on your location. So here, as you can see, you have unlimited websites, you have 20 gig of space, and you have a lot of monthly visits. And this is amazing. And also you get free SSL, especially if you're going to be taking payments on your website, you're going to need this SSL. This just ensures that people's credit cards are securely transferred as they make a purchase. You also have daily backups, which is very, very good. In case something happens to your website, you need to be able to get up and running super, super fast. You also have a free CDN, which helps make your website faster. You also have free email. I mean, there's a ton of features right here. Anyway, so once you've selected your package, just click on Get Plan. So here you have two options. You can register a new domain or you can use an already existing one. So let's say you have an existing one, and this is what I recommend, by the way. I would rather have my domain hosted with a different company, which is hover.com. I'll leave the link to that in the video description below, but you can also have everything under one roof with SiteGround. Anyway, so I have a domain, so I'm going to call this funnels to income. Click on proceed. And by the way, you can link these up later on once you've set up your hosting. I'll show you how to do that as well. Next, what you need to do is to enter your account information. So here you need to enter your email and password. You need to repeat your password over here. Now, this is very important because this is for your SiteGround control panel. Next, you want to add your client information here. You enter your country, your first name, last name, and also your address. And then finally over here, you have your payment details. So you add your card number, your expiration date, and your code. Now, once you've done this, you're also going to get an email, and this email is very important because this is the email that verifies that you are the person. So you need to make sure you enter your email addresses correctly. So this is the final amount here. You can see this is very, very affordable, £4.99 per month or $4 per month if you're from the UK. And once you've purchased this, like I said, you get an email. And once you get an email, you're able to go into your control panel and set up your website. Now, once your website is set up, this is what it looks like. So it's a basic WordPress install, nothing on it. As you know, when you start building your website, you're going to need a page builder. This enables you to build your websites nice and easy, and it has all the features that you need in order for you to design your perfectly laid out website. So there are several page builders out there. There's Elementor, there's Divi, and so on. But the one I highly recommend is Divi. So what you want to do is to go to elegantthemes.com and purchase Divi. So if I come over here to pricing, you'll notice that we have $89 per year here, yearly access, and lifetime access of $249. So why am I choosing Divi over the other page builders? Now, the main reason is these websites here are unlimited. You can use Divi on unlimited websites. Now, if you come over here to Elementor, you can see that their cheapest plan here is only for one website, $49 per year. And their next one here is for 25 websites, and it's $199 per year. Now, as compared to here, this is $89 per year, and you can build unlimited websites, as you can see here. And for the $249, it's unlimited websites, and you'll get updates forever. So this is the main reason. And plus, you know, when you purchase Divi using my affiliate link, you'll also get access to my free Divi course called Divi Jumpstart. It pretty much teaches you how to use Divi so that you don't waste a lot of time trying to work your way around. All right, so I already have an account, so I'm going to come over here to my downloads and download and install Divi. So I'm going to click here, download the Divi theme, and you can see here it's downloading. Next, you want to come over here to the website and go to your dashboard. All right, so once here, go to appearance, click on themes, add new, upload theme, and now I'm just going to drag and drop it here. Click on install now. And you can see here, we now have Divi installed. All we have to do now is to hit activate to activate Divi theme. So this is now going to take over the default WordPress theme that we had before. Now I can hit visit site, and you're going to see a slight difference here. So before we had that black hero area. Now with Divi theme installed, you can see now we have something different. But I'm sure you can agree that this looks very ugly. That's because we haven't gone in and started designing anything on it. So the next step now is to install our child theme. Now this child theme is very important because it's going to save us a lot of time building all these pages that we need for our online course website. All right, so to install our child theme, all you have to do is to come over here to plugins and then click on add new. Now, before I continue here, I'd like to remind you that this child theme goes for $149, but if you buy LearnDash, you get this absolutely free. In fact, if you buy Divi as well, I'm going to give you this child theme absolutely free. The child theme is called Course Crafter. All right, so now it's time to install Course Crafter. I'm going to click here on upload, and then I'm going to go to choose file because I have it on my computer. So I'm going to go to downloads here and look for Course Crafter. And here it is. I'm going to double click here, click on install now. So what this is going to do is it's going to install all the pages that we need, all the plugins that we need, and also our menu, including the colors. So this one-click install is very powerful. Now I'm going to click on activate plugin. Okay, so now that it's activated, you're now going to see over here right at the bottom, it says Course Crafter. I'm going to click once on it. And now it's time to install it. So you can see here, it's going to install our post pages and so on. It's also going to set up our home page. It also has our menu here all set up for us. And now, because this uses Divi, it's going to install all our library templates, the theme builder, and the Divi settings. So this is saving us a lot of time. Now, these are the plugins we're going to use. I'm going to show you how to set them all up and activate everything. All right, now for this to work, you have to have Divi installed, by the way, and you can see I have a check mark here. Now let's go ahead and click on Begin Site Import. Now, sometimes when it doesn't install, all you have to do is to refresh the page, or you can just retry and this will install. Sometimes this happens when your internet connection is quite slow. All right, so everything has been imported. We are now at 100%, which is fantastic. Now let me show you what has happened after I've installed our child theme. So remember, this is the site that we had before. Now with this child theme, I'm just going to click here on Visit Site and open this in a new tab so you can see the difference. So there you go. Look at that. Now we have a fully functioning website. Of course, we haven't installed LearnDash yet, but you can see here that this is a massive transformation from this to that. Now we have our home page, we have our all courses page, we even have a blog here. Now this blog is great because if you want to have your blog on your online course website, this is designed for you as well. So this just makes things easier for you when you are starting to design your website. So you can see here we have our blog, well designed. This is our main blog page. And if I go into this article right here, it's also designed for us. So you can see we have an image here in the background and we have our comments area. Everything is designed for us. All right. So what we're going to do next is to install LearnDash, because this is what controls our online course website. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to come over here, go to LearnDash. So I already have LearnDash. So all I have to do now is to come over here to my account and log in. So all I have to do here in my control panel is to click on download. So you can see here, LearnDash is downloading. Now I know I'm going to need my license. So I'm going to click here on licenses and copy my license key here. So we are done here. I'm just going to close it and then come back over here to my site and go to my plugins. I'm going to click on add new. So let's upload our plugin. So again, I'm just going to drag and drop it here, or you can just click on choose file and navigate your computer and find the download. Next, I'm going to click install now and then click activate plugin. Okay, great. So for now, I'm just going to click on dismiss setup wizard. I don't really need that. And then all I have to do now is to enter my license key. So I'm going to come over here to LearnDash, go to settings, LMS license. So I'm going to enter my email address here and then enter my license key. So what this allows us to do is to get extra features here that we can add to our LMS website as well as updates. All right, so now that I have that, now you see we have an entry here called add-ons. If I click here on add-ons, we're now going to go ahead and add on everything that we need here. So if you want to show achievements for your students, you can just download your add-on right here. But the one I'm interested in here is the LearnDash course grid. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. I'm also going to need WooCommerce for LearnDash because we're going to install WooCommerce to control all our payments. Now, the reason why we need to do that is because it makes it easier for us to create beautiful checkout pages. And that's very, very important as you build your online course website, because the standard checkout page for LearnDash is not so good. So what we're going to do next is to take a look at our website here and see what changes we can make. Because right now we have this default image that we have on our site, but we don't need that. Let's say we want to make a website on, say, gardening or baking. So let's go for gardening for now. So I'm going to go with this image here. So I'm going to click on it and download it. So I'm going to go for free download and I need 1920 by 1313. Hit download. And now my image has been downloaded. Now back over here on your site, you can see we have this main hero image here. This is the one that we need to change. So all I have to do now is to click on Enable Visual Builder so we can customize our hero area to represent what our online course website is about. Next, I'm going to come over here to my main hero area, click on this little gear icon, click on background, and then we want to click here on background image. So let's delete the one that we have here. and add our own. So I'm going to click here and click on upload files, select files, and here it is. I'm going to hit upload an image, and right away you can see here that our main hero area now has been transformed into a new site. Okay, so over here now I can go in and change my text by just clicking here on this gear icon and updating this text here like that. And I can also change the link to the button. I can also change the description text. All you have to do is to hover over the area and click on this gear icon. Same applies to any part of the website that we're designing. You will see this gear icon, and this is where you can go in and make your changes. All right, brilliant. So now that we have our main page here updated, I'm just going to hit save. The next step now is to create our online course. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to come over here to courses and then click on add new. So let's give this course a name. Next, we're going to come over here to use default editor to add our course description. I'm going to paste it here like that. And then over here to the right, let's click on course. Okay. We need to come down until we find featured image and then set our featured image. So I'm just going to use this image here as our featured image. I know that's the one we had on our main page, but I'm just being lazy here. But anyway, this is how you add your featured image. Click on set featured image. So this now is going to be the image that's going to show on our site. Okay, great. So pretty much I'm done here with my main course page. Okay, this is the main course page. Next, I'm going to come over here to Builder. This is where we can start adding all our lessons and also our sections. So I'm going to start here with new section heading. So let's just call this welcome. Add section heading. Next, I'm going to come over here to new lesson to add our first lesson. So I'm just going to say introduction, add lesson. I'm going to add another one. So this one here is going to be called getting started, add a lesson. And this is how easy it is to add lessons onto your course. So let me add one more, add new lesson. Let's call this preparing your land, add lesson. So at this point here, I can hit publish like that and publish my course. Now notice that we haven't gone in and started adding our information yet. So what we need to do now is we need to go into each and every one of these lessons and start adding our information. So what I'm going to do now is to open these in a new tab. So I'm going to hold down the control key on my keyboard or command key if you're on a PC. So I'm going to hit edit. I'm going to do this to the next one here. So this just makes it easier for me to work super fast. Now the types of lessons you can add here are different. You can add videos, you can add all sorts of types. So I'm going to start by adding my text here like that. And if I wanted to add an image in here, I can just add a / and add my image block. So here we are. I'm going to say media library because I have the image in my media library. Here it is. I'm going to hit select and that's my image. So let's say this is my lesson. Now I can hit update. So now that we've updated our introduction lesson, I'm going to close it out of here. And now on the next one here on getting started, what I'm going to do is to do something different just to show you how versatile LearnDash is. So I'm going to come over here and copy one of these videos on my YouTube channel and use that as a lesson. So all I have to do is to paste the URL like that. And that now becomes my lesson. I'm going to hit update and then I'm going to close out of here. Now for the third one here, I'm just going to add my video again. Now in your case, this could be a totally different video. So just know that you can just save all your videos on say like Vimeo and then just copy the URL and paste it on your lessons page. All right, so now that I've updated this, pretty much our lesson is done. Our course page has been also prepared. Now I'm going to go back to my lessons here. So you can see these are my 3 lessons. At any point I can come here and edit it. I can trash it. I can clone it and so on. All right, so that's great. Let's go back to our courses because now we need to see what our course landing page looks like because this is very important. Like I said, Course Crafter saves you a lot of time designing your website. All right, so let's view this in a new tab. So you can see what our gardening basic course landing page looks like. Now I haven't done anything here. Everything is all set up for us. Look how beautiful this page is. So this is our course landing page. So if I come over here, it says resume and we also have our lessons here. So this is our introduction. This is our getting started and this is our preparing your garden lessons. So this looks beautiful and I'm sure you can agree with me. So any image that you use as your featured image for your course, it gets shown over here, which is brilliant. Okay. All right. So now let's go into our gardening basics course, because we have a few things that we need to update here. For example, we need to go in and add our pricing and a few more other things. So I'm going to click here on settings. So you can see here at the moment, the access mode is set to open, but we want it closed. So I'm going to come over here and set my price. So let's say this is going for $199. And I am going to come back here and add my button URL. So this is ideal is if say you're using WooCommerce, as I mentioned before, because if you use default payment page for LearnDash, it has very few customizations in terms of building your beautiful sales page. So that if you wanted to do that, you would come over here to buy now, and this will use your default LearnDash landing page. All right, so now that I have this, there's also a few things that I can do. I can add points. So let's say if someone requires to access this, they have to have points. So you can activate that. And over here, we also have course materials. So if you want, you can also add information here that relates to the course itself. I can also add a certificate here if I need to do that. And then finally, over here, we have course progression. So linear just requires the person to finish the first lesson first before they can go through. But if they wanted to jump from lesson 1 to lesson 3, they are not able to do that. So I just want to go for free form here. And pretty much that's all I have. So all I need to do now is to hit update. So now we're going to go to our homepage. So now if we come back to our homepage, we have this area here where we have our gardening basics course. Now, the reason why it's showing this way is because we haven't activated our plugin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here to my plugins and then click on installed plugins, because I'm pretty sure there's a plugin here that we need that has not been activated. So I'm going to scroll down here and let's have a look. There we go. So this is the one. It's called a LearnDash Course Grid. So I'm going to hit activate. And now when we come to our website, this is what it looks like. I'm sure you can agree with me that this does not even look like a course. So let's refresh this. And here we go. So now we have our layout for our courses. I can hit continue to study, and this now will take me to my course. But if you are not logged in, then it's going to show something different. Now let me show you that quickly. So I'm going to open an incognito window here. So this will show me a different look, because in incognito mode, I am not logged in. So now when I scroll down to the course, you can see here it says $199. And when I hit enroll now, so this is the course, it says not enrolled. It shows me the price here, and then it says take the course. So when I click take the course, this will not take me anywhere because I haven't set the payment page yet. But in a very short space of time, we're able to have this layout here, which is brilliant. All right, so now that we have this, the next step now is to go in and sort out our menus. So we want this lower menu here to be the menu that all our signed in students see when they log in, but we don't want this to show to everyone. Okay, so I'm back over here. So what I need to do here is to go to appearance and then click on menus. So over here, we have two menus. So if I click this drop down, you see this student's secondary menu. If I click on that, you can see now that if I hit select, this has a few links. It has dashboard, my account, and my courses. So let's go ahead and delete this one here because we don't have it on our system yet. So I'm going to hit save menu. So next, what we need to do is to come over here to Divi and then click on theme builder. So this is where we can customize our students' secondary menu. All right, so let's go to our global header here. Next, I'm going to come over here, click on this gear icon. So this is our menu. You can see here it's set to main menu. I'm just going to click on this drop down and set it to students, which is the secondary menu. So now let's save that. And now you can see it has updated. It has dashboard, my account, and courses. Now the beauty of this is this only shows up when any user is logged in. So we have a condition set for it. Okay, so over here, we need to do the same thing. This is for our mobile view. So I'm going to click on this gear icon, go to main menu, and we're going to select students and then save. So that's all we need to do here on the header. Now, if you want to change colors, you can always come over here and change your colors by clicking on this gear icon and going to background, and you can customize the color here to whatever color you want, but I'm not going to do that yet. Okay. Next, we also have this button here. You can change this button. Now, once you've made changes to this template, it applies across the whole website because this is a global header. All right, so now that we've done that, I'm going to hit Save Changes. Now, to prove to you that this works for logged in users, I'm going to refresh this page. So first of all, let's see if it has been updated. And sure enough, this has been updated. So what I'm going to do now is to open this in incognito mode. And you're going to notice that we are not going to see this because the user or the student will not be logged in. So this is a special link for logged in users. So now we are in incognito mode. And this now is just going to show just the top menu, the main menu, just like that. So the other menu here is not showing. All right, so now that we have this, let's click here on dashboard so you can see what our dashboard looks like. So here we are. This is our dashboard. So it has our quick links here. It has all courses, my account, our blog, downloads, support, miscellaneous. So you can link this to all the pages you want. And so this is just what makes it easier for all your students to see when they come onto your website. All right, so that's cool. Next, we have my courses. So this is where your students would go when they want to see all their courses, which is right here. So here we have our gardening courses. They will all be listed here as you build up your courses. Now we also have my account page. Now this is going to show up once we set up WooCommerce. So you can see here, all we have is a shortcode. All right, so now that we have this set up already, we've created our course, we've created our lessons. The next step now is to customize our website and make it work. So the next thing we need to do here is to install WooCommerce. So let's come over here to our plugins, click on Add New. Now WooCommerce is our payment gateway. We are going to use this to control all our payments. So let's search for WooCommerce here. So here is WooCommerce. I'm going to click Install Now. Next, I'm going to hit Activate. So the next step now is to go to our WooCommerce settings. So I'm going to hover over here and click on Settings. So the most important thing here is our accounts and privacy. So here you want to uncheck this. So here you want to make sure you have allow customers to log in to existing account during checkout in case they want to buy another course on your website. And then over here, allow customers to create an account during checkout. That's very important. And then when creating an account, automatically generate an account username, blah, blah, blah. That's also very important. And also when creating an account, send a new user link to their password. Okay, this is also very important. So make sure you do these changes here. Now, this one here is not very necessary if you don't need that. So you can just leave it, but this is the setting that you need to do here. Now, once that's done, you need to also come over here to your payments. Oops. So I need to save first like that. Now, the next step now is to go to your payments because this is where your payments are going to go into. So usually there is Stripe, which allows credit cards, or you also have PayPal. So a lot of people use PayPal. So to install it, all I have to do is to go back to my plugins over here and click on Add New. And I'm going to search for Stripe. So here it is. I'm going to click Install Now. Okay, so now it's installed. All I have to do is to activate. Okay, great. Now there's also another one that I need to install here, and it's PayPal. So the process is the same. Let's search for PayPal and just make sure it's PayPal by WooCommerce. Click Install, just like how we did before, and then activate it. Now, if you're from a different country, there are also other payment gateways that you can use that are compatible with WooCommerce. Okay, great. So now we have PayPal and Stripe installed. So if we go back to our WooCommerce settings, when we come over here now to payments, remember before we did not have the options for PayPal and Stripe, but now you can see here we have Stripe and we also have PayPal. So to activate PayPal as your payment gateway, just click here on this little button here. And this now will open up PayPal for us to use as our main way of taking payments. Okay, so PayPal has been enabled. You can see here, enable PayPal payments. So all you have to do now is to connect your account by adding your PayPal email address and so on. Okay, once that's done, the next step now is to link up WooCommerce and LearnDash, because remember, for us to take payments through WooCommerce to then give access to LearnDash, we need to have that connection. So to do that, let's head over here now to our plugins and just make sure that it is installed. So we have Learn Dash WooCommerce integration. So you can see it's right here. We need to activate it. Now, if you haven't installed it, just go ahead back and install this integration. Now, remember, this will not show up as your add-ons if you haven't added your Learn Dash license. All right, brilliant. So now that we have this connection, the next step now is to create our product in WooCommerce. So I'm going to come over here and click on Add New. Now, which product are we creating? This is the course that we had created earlier on Learn Dash. So we need to have it here as a product. So remember, we called it Gardening Basics. Now, I don't need to add a description here. That's fine. Over here, we just need to add our price. Remember, it was $199. And I'm going to say this is a virtual product. Now look at this. Now, this is very, very powerful. When someone purchases this course, here they are automatically given access to the course. And now that because we created it, Gardening Basics is also showing here as our Learn Dash course. So this customer here, when they purchase this product here, well, this course here, they are going to get access to Gardening Basics. So this is how it works. Now, if we have groups, which I'll talk about later on, this can show up here. So pretty much that's all we need to do here. I'm going to hit publish. So now Learn Dash and WooCommerce are connected, working very well together. All right, so we have our product created in WooCommerce. The next step now is to create the sales page of our course. And to do that, we need to come over here to Cart Flows and go to Settings, because we need to do a few things before we can start using Cart Flows. Now, Cart Flows is going to help us create our sales page, our funnel, and our payment gateway as well. Okay, so over here, we need to make sure that we have the right page builder. So we need to select Divi and hit save settings. We can go through here and see, any other links that you may want to change. But for me, that's the most important part that I need to change. Okay, so here are all the templates. So these are all the templates that come with Cart Flows. Anyway, let's start building our sales page. So I'm going to come over here to flows. So the flow is the actual funnel. So I'm going to click on Add New. And I'm going to choose an existing one just to save me a bit of time, okay? Because these are highly customizable, which is also a very, very good thing. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with this one right here. So in fact, let me go with this one here. So I'm going to say, select that. Now we have a landing page, a checkout page, and a thank you page. This is fantastic because that's exactly what we need to do. So now I'm going to click on Import Flow. So let's give this a name. So we're going to call this, now since our course is, I think it's Gardening Basics. So let's just call this Gardening Basics. Okay, next I'm going to hit Import Flow. Okay, so now we have all our pages. This is our landing page, our checkout page, and our thank you page. Brilliant. So the first thing we're going to do is to work on the landing page. So I'm going to hit here on edit so we can start customizing it. So I'm going to change the name here. So I'm going to call this Gardening Basics course. I'm going to save that. And then over here, we're going to edit this. Now, before I do that, let's come over here to settings just to make sure that everything is okay. So we need to make sure that over here, it says landing page. We need to change that to Gardening Basics course. Okay. So I'm going to come paste it over here. Save settings. Now let's go ahead and edit the design. So I'm going to click here on edit. Now, if you see this happening, you can see here we don't have an option for Divi. There's one step that I missed. So what you need to do is to go back over here and go all the way down to Divi, theme options, and then you want to come over here to Builder. Now, it's very important that you activate where it says steps over here. So I'm going to enable that. So this now is going to allow us to design our sales page using Divi. So now I'm going to hit Save Changes. And then back over here now, if I refresh this, hopefully this should allow me to edit this using Divi. And sure enough, now we have edit with the Divi Builder. Fantastic. So now I'm going to go into the Divi Builder. So first things first, I'm going to go into the background here and get rid of that color because that's not the color I want. So let's add our own color like that. I think we're okay. I'm going to save. Next, I'm going to come to this image here and delete that. I'm going to add my own image. So I'm going to search for my image module and select it. Next, I'm going to click in here and choose my image. So I'm going to come over here to my image right here and click on Upload Image. Okay, so that's the image that's going to go with my course. Next, I'm going to hit save. Now, I also have quite a few items here on the top, which I don't need. I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. So all I have now is my headline and my call to action button. So this button here should take us to the checkout page. Okay, so we also have the mobile version of this. So again, I'm just going to go in and change this image here and add my own like that. Upload image and great. Now, if you want to see why this is sort of like grayed out, it's because this is disabled on other devices. So if I come over here to this gear icon, I can go straight into advanced and then click on visibility. And you can see here it's disabled for the desktop. So this is only visible on the tablet and on the phones, ensuring that this looks really, really nice. Okay, great. So now that we have this, you can always come over here and add your features to your course. And then over here, you also have testimonials and frequently asked questions. Now, the bottom one here, I don't really like it, so I'm just going to delete that. And all I have left now is my frequently asked questions. So we can always go in here and customize these by clicking on this gear icon, and then you can go in and specifically, change the text here and also change the title. All right, so I'm not going to do that right now. Next, I just want to double check and make sure that my button here is going to the right place. So this needs to go to the next step. So I'm going to come over here to the link, and sure enough, it takes me to the next step. So you don't really have to do much here. Okay, excellent. That's our landing page now. So the next step now is to click here and see if this takes us to the checkout page. And sure enough, we are here on the checkout page, but this has not been set up yet. So let's go ahead and fix that. So I'm going to come back over here now and go to cart flows, click on flows. So I'm going to now go into gardening basics. So the page that we've just been working on is this one right here, the gardening basics course, which is the landing page. Now we need to come over here to the checkout page. So to edit the checkout page, just click here on edit. So remember, we created a product in WooCommerce earlier on. Now we need to add it over here. So I'm going to go to products, add new product, and then I'm going to search for it. So remember, our product here is called Gardening Basics. You just need to type in about 3 letters, and here it is. I'm going to select it and then click on Add Product. So this now is going to add our product with the price, as you can see here, which is brilliant. So now that I have this all set, I'm going to hit Save Changes. Next, I'm going to come over here to the form fields. So you can enable a coupon field, which is fantastic if you want to give a discount, or you're promoting your course and you want to give a discount code, you can always do that. So in fact, while we are activating all this, let's come back to our page here and refresh it so you can see all the changes happening in real time. So as you can see here, I've got my Gardening Basics course and it's now been added. I also have a coupon code here, which if I've created it, I can enter it here and click apply. Okay, so here it also says that it seems like there's no available payment method. That's because I haven't set up my PayPal yet. All right, so back over here now, let's add a few things. So now I'm going to say enable custom field editor. So as you can see, we have all these fields open here. We don't need all these because what we have here is a digital product. All we need is a name and email address. So I'm just going to drag this to the top and then disable this by clicking on the eye icon like that. Okay, so now when I hit Save Changes and then come here to my checkout page, now remember, this is what it looks like. It has all these fields. If I refresh now, notice what happens. Boom. We only now have first name, last name, and email address, and our product here, of course. And this notes part, we don't really need that, so we can go ahead and disable it as well. And here it is. I've disabled that. Let's hit Save. Now back over here, if we refresh, this should be much, much cleaner now. And boom, just like that, we now have first name, last name, and email address, and our coupon code. But if you don't have a coupon code, all you have to do is to disable it if you don't need it. But anyway, I'm going to leave it as it is, but here is the place. You can just disable it like that, and then enable it when you have a promo going on. Okay, so one last thing here. Let's just check and see if that has worked. Okay, let's refresh this. There you go. Coupon code code is gone. All right, fantastic. So all we have to do now is to go in and customize all this here at the top and make it look really nice. So to customize it, just click on Enable Visual Builder. So I'm just going to delete this. So that's all I need to do here on my checkout page. I'm going to save that. Finally, we have our thank you page. So let's go back to our funnel home. So this is where our stats show how many people have bought, the order bumps, and so on. So back over here on the flows, I'm going to go back into my funnel here. And now we have the thank you page. Let's go ahead and check it out. So the thank you page is just the last page that all your students are redirected to when they purchase the product. So I'm going to click here on edit with the Divi builder. So this is where you can go in and customize your message. So you can say, thank you for buying my course. And over here on the bottom here, you can say join our community, and then this will link to all your social media platforms. You can also add a further message here to say or to explain what happens next once they've bought your course. So as you can see, this is a much better way of selling your product. They go through a process which we call a sales funnel. So they go to the landing page, then they go to the checkout page, and then finally they're on the thank you page. So this is why we used cart flows. It's very, very powerful and I highly recommend it. All right, so we're going to hit save settings here. So at this stage, we can simply say we've done our website, it's complete, and it's ready to be used. Now let's take a look at what I mean here. So here's our landing page. So if someone comes to our page here, they can see, okay, they have one course here, but if you had more courses here, they will be showing over here. So let's say they click here on view courses. It takes them to the main courses page. And here are they. So right now we only have one, but if we had more, again, they'll show over here. Next, we have a blog. So if you had a blog active and you also doing some blogging, here is where they'll be shown. And if you click here, it goes to the blog post. All this designed for you. We even have a contact page. So if you want your students to contact you, they can contact you over here on the contact. Now, at any point, if they want to log out of the website, they can just click here on log out and they're now out of the site. Now, for those of your students that are logged in, they also have extra pages here. So they can go to the dashboard, and this is like their main landing page once they're logged in. So this is where you have a notification here at the top. If you wanted to announce anything, you can have a countdown timer here if you wanted to. If you wanted to promote something, you can have it here. But if you want to disable it, that is very, very easy. You can always just go in and disable it. I'll show you in a moment how to disable it. Anyway, this is our dashboard, and this is where your students can find their way around. So if you want to go to the courses, here it is. If they want to go to their My Account page, they can always go here, the blog, support, downloads, if you have any downloads for members. And you also have miscellaneous. You can add anything there if you wanted to. Next, we have My Account. So this is the My Account from WooCommerce. So it shows the orders, the dashboard, the downloads, login details, and so on. We also have the My Courses. Now, this is the page that shows you all your courses. So at the moment, we have gardening basics. So if we click here, you can see that, we haven't completed all the steps. Pretty much, we are done here. We have a complete functioning website. But the next step now is to go in and really make this work even better. So if I click here on gardening basics to go into the course, see what happens. It takes us to the course here. But now if I go to the lesson, for example, here on the introduction, the layout here doesn't look great. So we need to change this and make this look much, much better. So it's a quick fix. If I come back over here, so all we need to do is to come over here to Learn Dash, click on Settings. So what we need here is focus mode. So let's enable focus mode like that. And for the default size is 960, but we can make it slightly bigger. Let's go with 1180. All right, so this is where you need to upload your logo. So let's select our image here. I think I have a logo here in my media library. So I'm going to go with this one right here. Use this image. But if you have your logo on your computer, you can just search it and add it onto that. Okay, so now that we've set this, we're going to hit save. Now take a look at our page here. So this is what it looks like. But after enabling focus mode, if you refresh this, look at that. So this has changed. We have our logo here. We can actually collapse this, make it smaller. and all our settings are now here on the left. So if you go to get started, it also shows us our video, because I think we added our video here. And yeah, that's right. There's our video here. So if you are complete with this lesson, just mark it as complete, move on to the next lesson, and so on. And the really cool thing about this as well is you can go in and customize these buttons here. So back over here, you can see we have our accent color. So you can add your color, our progress color here as well. So let's say you want to set this to that orange, notifications and so on. So as you can see here, it's very, very easy to set up, and it makes the whole design much, much better. All right, so we've set this up. That's great. Now, there's one issue that is very, very important that we need to take a look at. And that is, when someone logs into the website, where should they be redirected to? So by default, they just go to the page which they're on. So what we need now is to redirect people to the dashboard. So we're going to come over here to the dashboard and just make sure we are on the page. And then we're going to copy that URL, come back over here. So where we need to customize it is right here on login WP. So let's go to settings. And then over here, I'm just going to paste in where they need to be redirected to, which is the dashboard. Now the logout URL, where they go to when they log out. So we can take them to the blog like that. So that's all you need to do. We're going to save the rule. Now you can also add another rule if you wanted to. So you can just add different types of rules, but you know, this one here will suffice. Or what you could do as well is to delete this and then just have all the rules going in by default to a login URL. So leave the top here as it is, and then you can just paste this. So anyone that logs in will be taken onto that page, which is also very good. So this one here, the logout needs to be the blog. So I'm going to set that as the blog. So anyone that logs in, including me as the admin, we will be taken to this dashboard, which is brilliant. So from here now, they can decide where they want to go. They want to go to my account, they want to go to all courses, and so on. And these can also be adjusted easily. Now, remember, I mentioned that you can disable this notification here. So this can be ideal, let's say in situations where you have Black Friday sales, for example. You can just go in here, customize it, or disable it whenever you want to show it. Okay, so I'm just going to go into enable the visual builder here and show you how to disable it. So to disable it, click here on this gear icon, go into advanced visibility, and then you can just click on these three little dots here and click on save. Okay, we can save the page. And the other thing as well is if you want to add your URLs here, you can just click on this gear icon to go into the blurb settings, and then just go to the link. And this link here can be adjusted by coming over here. So it's a highly customizable child theme, very, very easy to set up. So now that we have this all set, you can take your online course website to the next level by adding email notifications and email automations. And this is by using Fluent CRM. So let's come over here. So here we have Fluent CRM. So if you go to the dashboard here, there's a few things that we can do. We can say once someone has purchased the course, what do you want to do next? So this is where now your website can be super, super useful, and it just becomes an automation machine, saving you a lot of time. So let's go ahead and set this up. So I'm going to click on let's go, and then business name here. I'm just going to call this Mac Business. Next. So here we need to create a list. So I'm going to say students. And then here, I'm just going to say customers. Next. Then on the tags here, again, I'm going to say students. And I'm also going to add a tag here for customers. Now, the reason why I'm adding these tags is because I can send emails which are segmented based on who it is I need to send to. And in this case, it's a tag. So I can choose a tag called students or tag called customers. Okay, great. I'm going to hit next. All right. So now we have completed the installation. So I'm going to say complete. All right, so now that we have finished our setup wizard, we can go back to our CRM dashboard. So what Fluent CRM does is this is an email automation and management system on your actual website. So if you use something like MailChimp or ConvertKit, you don't need to use that because everything is going to be on your website. And this is very, very fast. In fact, I use this on my own website as well. The only thing is, This one here is the free version. So you need the advanced version in order for you to make advanced automations. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come over here to my main dashboard and download Fluent CRM. So I have Fluent CRM here. I'm going to click on download to download it. And notice that I've already copied the license key because I'm going to need it. Now over here in our dashboard, let's go ahead and install it by coming over here to our plugins. Click on add new, upload plugin. Then I'm just going to drag and drop it here. Install now. So once installed, what you need to do is to head over here to settings, and this will take you to this page. And what you want is the license management. So I'm going to paste my license key in here, verify license, and now we're good to go. So let's work on our automation now. So now I'm going to come back over here to Fluent CRM. So what we need to do first is to create an automation, because I want this whole website to work as a system that welcomes all my students once they have purchased it and rolls them onto a course and so on. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to come over here to automations and then click on create new automation. Now this one here is particularly for my course, the gardening course. So what I need to do here is I want to come to Learn Dash. So you can see here, I can create an automation based on someone who enrolls in a course, completes a course, and so on. All right. So over here on WooCommerce, I can also say once an order is completed, what happens next? So this is what I want to start off with. So I'm going to click here on order completed, hit continue. And this is the power of using WooCommerce, Fluent CRM, and Learn Dash. All right, so here we are. So I'm going to target my product, and this is just the gardening basics course. Here it is. I'm going to select that. And over here as well, I can just hit save settings. Okay, so what we are saying here is when the order is completed, what happens next? So immediately I want to add a tag to this customer. So I'm going to come over here and say apply tag. Okay, and the tag is going to be students. Now, can you see how easy it is because we created these tags way ahead of time? So, okay, so it's students. I'm going to hit save settings. Now, this is students because they've purchased the course. Next, I'm going to say, okay, what happens next? I'm going to click here on this plus button and I'm going to say, okay, I want to send them a welcome email. How about that? So I'm going to scroll down here and say send custom email. And I'm just going to say welcome. Then I can just add my message here. Okay, so once that's done, I can just scroll down here and click on save settings. Great. So what we've done so far is when an order is completed on this course here, apply a tag, send a welcome email. This is a custom email. And by the way, you can make this easier by going in and really naming this. So here it says send custom email. You can just go in and say send welcome email. So when you take a look at your funnel, it makes it easier for you to see what is happening here. So apply a tag, send custom email. So now we know that, okay, we've sent them a custom email, but we want to take this a step further and enroll them onto their course immediately. So I'm going to scroll down here. Can you see now where it says Learn Dash, enroll to course? Now this is really, really powerful. I'm going to come over here and say enroll to course, right? I'm going to select the course and this gardening basics. So here you can choose not to enroll if the contact is not an existing WordPress user. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and say save settings. So this whole system here on Fluent CRM is doing all this automatically behind the scenes. This is super, super powerful. In fact, this is really, really cool. In fact, let's go back in here and say enroll into the gardening course. So it's clear what is happening. Now we can further add even more things here. So let's say you had another course, you can send another email to say, hey, you know what? After a couple of days, let's say 2 days or even 3 days, let's save settings. We can add another email to say, hey, how is the course going on? You know, so there's a lot you can do here. So for now, I'm going to say end this funnel here. Save settings. So I've just created an automation here, which will handle everything that happens on my website. So finally, all you have to do is to change the status here from draft to public. So there we go. So we have used Fluent CRM, WooCommerce, and LearnDash to create our system here that is going to onboard all our students onto our system. So pretty much this is how you build a fully functioning online course website that is modern and really does the job. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit subscribe, and also don't forget to ask me any questions in the comments box, and I'll try my best to respond to all the questions.